time in YouTube, and welcome back to No EXs. Today, we are making a gimmick deck around Noctowl. Now, before I actually begin on the strats, I want to give a huge shout out to DarkIntegralGaming. He's the one who actually came up with this deck, or at least it's the one I found who had the deck. I'm going to put a link in the description below, linking not only his channel, but the episode that he featured this in. Now, it is a little different than the version that I'm going to be playing, simply because he does use the EXs. However, I'm straight with the format, no EXs in our channel, and for today, we're going to be running a 4-4 line of Noctowl. Now, this guy, he has High Flight. For 2 colorless energy, he'll do 20 damage. And what this does is each player reveals his or her hand, and we're going to do 20 damage for each item card revealed this way. He has Speed Dive, but 9 times out of 10, High Flight's going to do more damage. Now, to help us get cards, we're going to use Deoxys. What's great about this is even on our first turn, as long as we get an energy drop on him, we can use Close Encounter, and we can draw 2 cards, getting us a ton of stuff in our hand. Ideally, we're going to try and get as many item cards as possible. So that's why, in total, we have 6, 8, 12, 14, 16, my math is terrible, guys, sorry. 2, 6, 18, we have 22 items in the deck, so just slightly over half of the deck is items. And we don't want to rush into anything if we don't have to. We want to hold as many of these in our hand as possible to maintain high damage support. Now, yes, there are a couple of cards that are going to destroy this combo. One primarily is Judge, the supporter, and another one is Red Card. But Red Card you don't see very often, and Judge, yes, it's great and all, but it's only 4 cards for our opponent, so it's not the best back and forth. It's definitely no end. To help us out, though, we're going to have Enhanced Hammers. Now, what's great here is we do get to slow our opponent down. We are a frail Noctowl, after all. Like, we only have 90 HP. So to slow him down and keep those energies at bay, we do have 2 Enhanced Hammers. We do have Level Ball. Again, Noctowl is only a 90 base Pokemon. Unfortunately, the Level Ball will not grab Deoxys. However, that's where Bridget comes in. Bridget's coming in saying, hey look, I'm here to help you out. We have no EXs in the deck, so 3 basic Pokemon without having to use an item card is huge. I mean, very huge. We do have our energy support, and what's great about this is I don't have to use it, but if I do need to get my energies, they are here. We have 2 of them. The Unreliable Roller Skates, and it's an item card, but it will give us 3 cards if we use one, and if, of course, we flip heads. And obviously, more cards is beneficial. We have Super Rod to put those energy and Pokemon back into the deck. We have 2 of them just in case something does go wrong. 4 VS Seeker, because why not? We have 1 Lysander. We have 2 Birch. Now, this is only in optimal cases. If I've got nothing in hand, Birch is a great way to get some cards back, shuffle my hand back in, and potentially either get some items, some Noctowls, some energy. There's a bunch of stuff that goes really well with Birch. Teammates is another great supporter because, especially with Noctowl, Noctowl is going to go down quite often. So this lets us set up and get 2 cards that we want at any time, as long as Noctowl went out the previous turn. We have Tyranno. Thing about having a huge hand size is you don't want to get rid of it, and unfortunately for Birch, he gets rid of your hand. So we want to use a reliable supporter that just gives us cards. Albeit 3 cards isn't a lot, but he's not forcing us to lose our hand. And when you already have a hand of, say, 6, 10 cards, and 4 of them or 5 of them are already items, getting 3 more potential items is crucial, especially when we're using Noctowl. Our stadium of choice is going to be Scorched Earth. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard a fire or fighting energy from his or her hand, and if so, that player can draw 2 cards. Well, to help us out there, we're going to run 8 fire energy. This will help us stop, it'll keep us from getting caught by Aegislash, getting hit by enhanced hammers on our opponent's side, because we are going to be running for double colorless energy as well. Obviously, that one turn setup for Noctowl is important, but keeping that energy on Noctowl as well is also important. We're running 4 lucky helmets because we need the draw support. However, again, with Noctowl having so little HP, this item card will see the discard pile a lot more often than not. But if we don't want to use it, we can keep it in our hand for damage. So, I believe that's the entire deck. And without further ado, let's see what Noctowl can do on TCG Online. We're going into this first game, guys, and we're playing Berg Island. He's playing a fairy colorless deck. They're going to get to call the coin flip. We're going to lose it, as per normal. That's fine. And he's going to decide that we go first. This is good for us, actually, because we get the Deoxys, we have an energy in hand. There's a lot of potential here. Now, he also doesn't have a basic in hand, meaning we get an extra card. Yeah, more card advantage. I'll most likely use the level ball to get our first Hoot Hoot. This way, next turn, I'll have a Noctowl out. Yes, we want a card. We got another fire energy. That is good. I don't need to play the Deoxys. Not yet, anyway. I will play the level ball. Grab us a Hoot Hoot. We're going to play said Hoot Hoot. And we're simply going to go for a close encounter. Don't need to use the item cards. I'm fine with keeping our Professor Letter in our hand at the moment. And there's another Noctowl. Okay, apparently Noctowl wants to come onto the field today. So we're going to see a Pokemon fan club come from our opponent. They're going for, oh boy, we're going for huge fairies here. Florges and Gardevoir. And a Psychic Energy onto the Eevee, meaning we are going to see a Sylveon come onto the field. And with this, we are most likely going to get Curly Ribbon, which will push our energy back. I did miss the item card. He has a Muscle Band, so that's 50 damage, with him powering up our Hoot Hoot. We will simply evolve the Noctowl into Noctowl. I'll play another Deoxys. I will attach the Lucky Helmet to Deoxys. And I'm not really too afraid of losing the energies just yet, so I will attach an energy to Deoxys, and we're going to simply go for another close encounter. This gives us 2 more cards, which was pretty handy in my books. We got a Super Rod and a Roller Skates. We're going to see an energy drop onto the Sylveon. Now I need at least another item card for this to work. And we're going to get 2 cards from the Deoxys. Now, Sylveon has to watch out. He did Curly Ribbon, so he's going to boost it over to the Noctowl. And I'm pretty sure that now I can retreat, get in a Noctowl, and just simply go for an attack. Because I don't need... Well, I can throw up the Stadium. But currently I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 damage, which will knock out the Sylveon. And it'll put our opponent back quite a bit. We're going to go for the retreat into the Noctowl. We are going to go for that high flight. Your opponent reveals his hand. He has 20, 40, and a Kangaskhan in hand. That is going to knock out a Sylveon, though. And we're going to grab our first prize card of the game. Unfortunately, it is another Scorched Earth. He's going to bring up Florges. Now, most likely, he's going to add an energy and lead. This way, he gets a supporter. No, he's giving us the game. What an early game that was. I'm fine with that, though, because, you know, we never get wins on this channel. Let's switch it over. We're going to pass on, and let's get into another game and see if Noctowl can take another win for us. Here we are. Next game is going to be against Philiphead Up, and he's just playing a straight-up colorless deck. Could we be seeing a Rayquaza with the coin? I have a feeling we are. Can a Noctowl take out Rayquaza? Now that is going to be an interesting game. He's getting to call this coin, and unfortunately for us, he is going to take his time with this. And I mean, he's going to really take his time with this. Again, though, we lose the coin flip. Again, not really surprised. He's going to decide who's going to go first. And the question is he going to let us play, or is he going to go first? I don't really know. He is definitely taking his time here. Might be a connection issue, might be a ton of stuff, but he is on a timer now. And he's already almost a good, 30 seconds in. This is going to be one of those slow games. I can just see it. Our opponent is going to play first. Sorry for that delay, guys. There's not much I can do. He has no basics in hand, so we get an extra card. More recesses. Yes, I need a break. I'm sorry. No, more resources, the better. We're going to lead up with a Hoot Hoot, which isn't really what I want. But we'll play the secondary Hoot Hoot. Yes, I want that extra card. And we got a Full Art Lysander. We're seeing a Doduo on their side. And a Skarmory. So we're going to see a Psychic Energy. Now, he can't double slash, but he might be going for the double delivery next turn. Which actually be awesome for us. I will... I'll Lucky Helmet our Hoot Hoot. Because that's the whole idea of it. Getting more cards. I'm going to Tierno. Now I have my Noctowl for the following turn. The question is, do I want a Scorched Earth and get 2 cards? I do. I have a Tierno in back. I can still hold off, and I don't have to use my item cards just yet. So, let's Energy Stadium. Or, I'll just actually click on the Stadium. That didn't help us in the slightest. Not in the slightest. So I will attach an energy to our Hoot Hoot. And I will pass the turn. I'm not fearing double slab just yet. Double stab. Which will do a massive 20 damage. I think he's simply going to go for the Doduo delivery. Yep, there's his 2-card draw. But in my opinion, that helps us a lot. So I'm going to keep that VS Seeker in my hand. We're going to get a Tierno. Now, I only have to do 60. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we will knock out Doduo for sure, putting him back quite a bit. Noctowl is going to come in. We're going to simply attach an energy drop to the Noctowl. I'll actually evolve my other one. And I think I'm ready to go for the knockout. I don't need to use the Super Rod, don't need to use the VS Seeker, Level Ball still, I don't need to use it just yet. Roller Skates, don't need that many cards for these Pokemon. So we will go for a High Flight. And he reveals that he's actually playing, it looks like a very random deck. But he has no item cards in hand at all. So we're actually going to just simply knock out this Doduo. We're going to take our first prize card, and it's another item card. Perfect. So it looks like, I was going to say this is a bird deck, but he has like Kangaskhan and Slacking and a whole lot of I don't know. So he's actually going to do a blow through, which with the stadium is actually going to do 60 cards to us. No, 60 damage. But I don't even think I need to hold off too much here. I think I'm going to energize our Noctowl over here. We want to try and get up to the 180 mark here. As much as I have 100 base HP Skarmory in the front, I should be able to knock that out with 20, 40, 60, 80, 120. But I do want to get up to that magical 180. So I'm going to Scorched Earth and discard the Fire Energy. And I did get an additional item card. And I don't have to use it right now just simply because we can knock out Skarmory. So I'm not too threatened by it. I am going to bridge it because it's the most opportune time for me to get another Noctowl out. And I'll grab a Deoxys. This way I don't draw them. It just gives me more opportune time to get more item cards from my deck. And we're going to go for that High Flight. We're going to knock out the Skarmory. We're going to see his hand. He still can't play anything from that hand of his. And unfortunately, that's another prize card for us. Well, unfortunately for my opponent. We get another item card. I do believe we're one away. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60. That's the game, folks. Noctowl cleaning up 2 games and cleaning up really quickly. I'm almost, in fact, saying that we should have a 3rd game. In fact, I'll be right back with that 3rd game. And our final game of the day is going to be against Elrazy, and he's playing a straight-up water deck. We actually get to call the coin. We're going to call tails. 3 times, losing the coin flip. No big deal. Our opponent's going to get to decide if he wants to go first or second. He's going to place first. And our magical... Oh no, it is our turn to have no basics in hand. We're going to have a Deoxys and a Hoot Hoot. I will play the Deoxys lead. Unfortunately, I have no energy in hand, so I may have to use that Roller Skates. Getting the 6 card draw at the start. I really like this guy's coin. I personally haven't seen it. I've only been playing since the X and Y block, so seeing plasma-related stuff is kind of neat to me. We're going to play the Deoxys, and I will play the Hoot Hoot. Our opponent gets the extra card because we had no basics. And we're going to see a Regice and a Phoebus. He's going to maintenance. That is freaky. That's a terrible card. He's going to Roller Skates and Flip Tails, so no bonuses for him. He is just dropping all those cards. We're going to get another Roller Skates. Well, I'm going to play the Scorched Earth. And I'm going to Tyranno, hoping for some energies here. Nada. Well, he's going to have to hit me. So, Lucky Helmet onto the Deoxys. We're going to attempt to Roller Skates. And we at least get the heads on it. But all I got was a double colorless energy, which I don't want to waste on Deoxys. And I can't continue using up all my item cards when I know I have to hit 120 base HP. So, I think this is as good a turn as any to just... Do I set up the Hoot Hoot or do I use another Roller Skates? I think it's... I want to say it's worth, but at the same time I don't. Decisions. Do I play it? Do I play it? Do I play it? I'm sorry, I'm inactive. Not my fault. I think it's safe to assume I'm going to just set up the Hoot Hoot and pass this turn. If he, for whatever reason, pulls out the Hoot Hoot early, we'll see some issues, but he's going to Battle Compressor. He is definitely using up these items as quickly as possible. We see a Swampert hit the field. He might be... He's going to VS Seeker into an Archie's, which is going to let him get Swampert onto the field. Yes, yes it is. And 5 new cards. This guy's playing it all the way. So he's going to play a Trainer's Mail. I almost wish I was playing another... I was playing Vileplume with this deck so I could have item locked him so early on. Thankfully, though, with us not playing EXs, Regice really doesn't do too much to us. Now he does run the artillery line as well. Now thanks to you doing this, we are going to get 2 cards. We do get an item card. We get to play another Hoot Hoot. Unfortunately, I got the wrong supporter. I'll evolve Hoot Hoot into Noctowl. 1, 2... Like, I've only got 3 item cards in hand at the moment. So is it worth using the roller skates or just going for a simple birch? Because I only have 2, 4, 6... I'm going to birch it. This is one of those opportune times where birch comes in handy. Unfortunately, not handy enough. And I don't know why I'm not drawing any energy cards. Poor Deoxys is just sitting here taking up damage as best as he can. We do get an energy. There's our energy. We're simply going to attach. I will Scorched Earth the other fire energy. Get 2 more cards. Oh no. Now I'm not getting any items. The damage is real. We're going to close encounter. He will be able to knock us out this following turn. But we currently have 100 damage on the field. He has artillery, which will help him get more cards. He's going to try and go for that Hydro Pump. He's going to Archies again, getting another Swampert. He is using all these item cards. Another VS Seeker. Most likely going for maybe nothing at the moment. I don't think he has... He only has Archies currently in the discard. He's going to roller skates. This time he does get heads. However, that could be beneficial to us. This Milotic is actually pretty neat. It has Energy Grace. Once during your turn, you may knock out this Pokemon. If you do, attach 3 basic energy cards from your discard pile to one of your Pokemon. He's going to compress, probably for 3 water energy. There it goes. He's going to knock out the Milotic. Well, he's going to Dive Search first. Or is that Divine Search? It's Diving Search. I can't read. Now he's gone through quite a few cards. And he's just going to go for the simple Ice Beam, so he's not going to knock us out. But he is going to paralyze us. But that's alright. I'm hoping for Deoxys to go down shortly anyway. We have a ton of item cards now. 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40. We're going to go for that Tierno. We're going to get a Bridget and an Enhanced Hammer. Now, unfortunately, Enhanced Hammer means nothing to us in this game. So, I think I'm going to save the energy. I don't want to lose it in case he has it in hand. So we're going to let him play up. I can level ball for a Noctowl anytime to get that extra 1. And I can always... He's still going to maintenance, so he's going to lose 2 more cards. And actually, maintenance works perfectly well in this strategy. So, with him knocking out Milotic, we do claim a prize. And what a prize it is. To claim one of those Swampert's lives is going to be huge. Now, he's bumped up one of them pretty quick. Hydro Pumping is ready. But with Lysander and a VS Seeker, I can take out both of them without losing both Noctowls. And he gave us the prize advantage. So there's 2 Swamperts with 3 energies on it. There's 2 more cards to his hand, so he's only got 20 cards left in the deck. We're going to see Rough Seas hit the field. It's not a big deal to me. We're going to see another Diving Search. This man knows how to play. And an Ice Beam comes our way. We're going to lose Deoxys. Not a problem. We do get that Scorched Earth. Actually, we get 2 of them. So I will be able to get rid of that Rough Seas. We are going to play Noctowl as our active. hoping to grab a Noctowl. No, we grab a No EXs, which I will play. That way I'm not completely out of the line. There goes his Rough Seas. Don't need that. Now, I'm not overly threatened by Regice, and he has set up the other two. I don't need to use Bridget, and I don't need to completely set up my Noctowl yet either. He has 140 HP, so we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60 in our hand, so we don't need to use any of our item cards just yet. I am going to Lysander out this Swampert, and we're going to go for that High Flight. He shows that he has a Bridget, a Rough Seas, and a VS Seeker in hand. We're going to do 180 and knock out this one of these Swamperts. We're going to get another Noctowl, so I don't have to use the level balls. That is actually perfect for us. He's going to bring out Regice, and without placing an energy drop onto Regice, he is going to have a bit of a difficulty. He can't knock us out, which is great. I can VS Seeker and pull the other Swampert, which is what I want to do. He's going to Abyssal Hand, get 2 more cards. Now, he could have gotten the energy drop. And with that, he'll be able to knock out Noctowl. Nope, he's just simply going to get rid of our Scorched Earth. I did get the energy drop. Unfortunately, there goes our Noctowl. We are going to simply just replace it with another Hoot Hoot. I got another item card. And we are going to just go for another Hoot Hoot into Noctowl. We're going to bridge it. We're going to grab the other Hoot Hoot. And he's giving us the game! Ooh, this poor man didn't see Noctowl coming. He set himself up for greatness and still lost. It's not often I can say we pulled 3 wins with this deck. I want to give, again, DarkIntegralGaming a great round of applause for this one, as he did come up with the idea. And thank you guys for watching. This definitely was an episode. I'm sure you guys probably all enjoyed it. It's definitely different than our regular stuff. But without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. You guys have yourself a good night. Time out.